Welcome back to the EF5 podcast, the crossroads between logistics and life. And today we continue on our little series of episodes that we've got built up here and the three driving principles of elite. We started with relationship, and now on this one we're going to dive into value. Now, we kind of touched on it a little bit in the starter episode, I guess is what I'll call the overview of what value kind of looks like. And then it's not necessarily monetary investment or some sort of currency exchange. Yeah, we're not
show me the money.
No, it's not show me the money, and
Jerry
it's not
Maguire, show me the money.
And it's not everybody having a price, right? We're talking
about DiBiase.
Yeah, you like that? Price? You like that, didn't you? You like that,
man?
Yes, sir.
It's a wrestling little reference in case you didn't.
And so it's not just all in the money. It's a lot of time and a lot of effort and investment. And what does that investment kind of mean to you in the relationship? In relation to value, I kind of forgot to continue speaking there.
Well, I would say I think any business provides like a tangible product or a service.
Right.
That's the reason why there's a need for a business. We
right.
kind of talked about this before. I'm starving, so I'm going to get something to eat here in a minute, and somebody's going to provide that product of food and or service to facilitate the product.
Yep.
So through that process, there's a value exchange. He's hungry, let's feed him.
Yep.
And then there's a price to kind of match to that based upon the quality of it. And with that, too, is the relationship of it. So to kind of hit on the relationship side is we have our famous place we go to eat around here, and the relationship of the person who creates the food knows our order coming in and almost has it done before we even get in line because of her relationship and the value she adds to the creation of our food when we're in that spot. It just blows it out of the water.
I think we got to give them a shout out, though, because these people are awesome. They're great people. So you want to give them a shout out?
No, they're your buddies. They're my buddies too.
Or are we talking about the same place then?
Yeah.
Right that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way. Subway in Hapeville. Great people there.
Yeah.
Great people there. I originally thought you were going somewhere else with it.
No,
the Subway in Hapeville.
How great of a person she is.
Yes.
She's FaceTiming
Miss
her mom.
Viddy's awesome. She's
in
awesome.
another country, and me and her mom are talking as she's making my sandwich.
Yep.
So, she connected in relationships, and then she's overproducing in value.
Yeah, she's absolutely more than what it appears at face value when you go in and you order your sandwich. She is an awesome person, and like you said, she's making our meals when we get in there before we even step foot in the building.
Yeah, so there's a value exchange of a good product or service.
Right.
And then the question is how valuable is that?
Yeah.
And so that matches back into talking from Elite's perspective is what are we doing to hit our vision that states we should be outperforming on every shipment at all times.
Right.
And so that's our measurement of how much our value is worth to others.
Yep.
Because, look, at the end of the day, anybody can make a sandwich with all the same kind of meat that looks like the Subway meat the way she makes the sandwich.
Yep.
So what's the separating factor that she brings on every time we walk through the door, not just on good days versus bad days?
Absolutely. There's all kinds of options. I think you say it pretty frequently. Anyone can move freight.
Yeah.
Anyone can. It's just a matter of everything else that we put on top of it. We're not talking salt and pepper. You and I are talking about the sugar that makes the drinks tasty kind of thing. And, if we're not giving that kind of spice to what we're doing and the relationships and everything else that we've built up, then at the end of the day, we are just moving freight, and anyone can do it.
So, you have to lift, you have to go hunt, you have to grow, you have to produce, you have to go through some of those key words, always in creation of, and realizing, the books we read and the things that we go on, tomorrow's not going to be like today.
Right.
And so if you're not prepared for the change coming in a perspective to be searching for the relationship, searching for the value that you're going to give that will be without question, then in our view, you're always going to be underperforming, and that's not acceptable.
Yeah, and I think something you said that stood out to me just then was the in creation of, when it comes to the value that you are bringing, it is literally the creation of the time that you made to go either speak with them or talk to them, or the same thing, or hang out with them, or just spend time with them, or whether it be a tangible product, or whether it be, just anything that you can offer that is building and really pushing the relationship forward to be something that's not stuck in the past.
That's quote value.
Yeah.
That's the value exchange, and then you match that to relationships, and then you match it to the other item we'll talk about a little bit detail from the educate side. Those are principal success things.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting, and we'll kind of finish it up too, and educate is we're sharing with you the same thing that anybody can do.
Yeah.
Then where it lies is the commitment of it.
Yep.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Yep.
And we have some videos that kind of line that up.
And we don't have this behind like some sort of paywall. We're not holding this in our like Patreon or something like that. That was a little burp there. I'm sorry about that. But we're not holding this behind some sort of thing where you have to pay for it to find out all this information. We're giving it out for free because it is just that easy. It's just a matter of how much you put the effort and commitment into to understanding
really
the value.
I could have recorded or even just took $1, just $1, just to have something to tangibly show the amount of times people have asked me to get into this business. I'm buying a truck. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And even some cases, maybe potentially being bought out, merging with people, different things. And you just mentioned it. We're giving it for free. And I've told them all, I'll do it for free. I'll tell you. And now it's gotten to the point where I'll go, an owner-operator will come up. Hey, I want to buy a truck. I want to do this. I'll tell you exactly. But don't do it. And they're like, why? And I said, because you won't put in the effort that I know it takes to even get to where we've gotten to.
Right.
And if you're not willing to do more than that, you're probably not going to make it.
Yeah.
That's why I've come to the conclusion from the likes of Andy Frisello and Ed Milet and those guys in that arena and Tony Robbins and all those guys, they give it away for free too. They give more for more that you might pay for behind the scenes, and that's really detailed stuff.
Right.
But their content is for free.
But even the base level content that's free is still stuff that you could run with that maybe you don't really think about, that you can just apply just on the basics of waking up every day and doing the things that they talk about, or that even we talk about, because it's not, this is not rare stuff. This is not anything that we found somewhere in the bottom of the periodic table.
More of a how do we quantify it at Elite, and what does it look like? Kind of look, but it's literally nothing new.
Yep.
We'll talk about that and educate how creative and new everything is.
Exactly. So we'll see you at the Educate one. I don't have a segue for this one. I ain't gonna lie. Right. I thought I had something cool brewing, but
I got you. I got you right here.
All right, give me it.
We out.
Oh, we out.